you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you guys will know that I like plants. So I like to take care of my plants. And this one is looking very healthy. It's starting to grow. We have a bunch of rope going all the way around. And by we, I mean me and my dad, we have some cucumbers going on right there. These are gonna be watermelon. Actually, these are cantaloupe. These are cantaloupe. And then we have the watermelon over here at the end. And everything on that side, all the way across, it's gonna be corn. So we have a lot of corn growing. We have the lemon tree that I revived when we moved into this house. This thing was pretty much dead. And right now it has at least about 200 lemons that are starting to pop off. A couple right there. We have a couple more going. Looking very healthy. So very happy about that. And I got some chili plants going over here. I found those at a house. I also found this water pump. I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm gonna go to the shop today. We got a couple of one colors that we're printing. I'm gonna show you guys how to set those up very easily on the automatic. And I want to show you guys the progress that these guys have going on over here. Check out the progress. I think I showed you guys when the demolition was going on here across the street. They had these offices like on this side, and this used to be like a parking spot. So now like we have, it looks like an elevator and some apartments going down this way, and then we have an elevator over there and some apartments coming this way. So I think it's pretty cool. Wow, can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the air leaks? Very, very minimal, so super happy about that. We have cheater slick culture on our machine today. Very happy to have them here at the shop. Super stoked to just have the opportunity to print for more and more customers as we move forward. So if they have a website, I'm gonna go ahead and link it below, just in case you want to grab a t-shirt for any just in case. And then we also printed for Chingon Estilo, which you guys saw a couple days ago, but Tina had some time today to come and help me, so she was here earlier catching the shirts. She took off to do like an oil change on her car, and she's gonna be back. Hopefully by then we're starting the next design for Peter Slick Culture. And this one says, it ran when I parked it. This one's gonna have like a newspaper distress type of look to it. It's going on navy shirts, so it should look pretty cool. And I said I was gonna show you guys how to print or set up a single color on the automatic, but I think I'm gonna leave that for another day, because today I want to talk about the importance of investing in your business, and also how to prioritize your goals and how to set short-term and long-term goals. So let me go ahead and finish this up so I can sit somewhere comfortably and talk a little bit more about that. The count went up since this morning, so very, very thankful. Listen, I said I was gonna talk about investing, so let's knock this one out real quick. And what I want to talk about investing, and I want you guys to take the time out of your day to please go and check out my friend. He prints from Mexico, and his channel is the Ink Buildup. So please subscribe to Vega 23 and the Ink Buildup. Listen to me, go and check him out, and I want you to watch him so that you can understand what I'm saying by investing in your company, in your business. It does not have to be screen printing. I said this multiple times, but you guys are gonna get either inspired or you guys are gonna really appreciate what you guys have and what you guys can have in the future if you really put all your time and energy and money into your business to invest into something greater. So a lot of us, when we're starting out, when we're younger, we want the material things in life. We are shooting for the nicest looking car. We want to have the best looking shoes. We want to have the up-to-date iPhones and all this stuff that at the end of the day does not really matter. So if you're just getting started, if you're inspired what you see here at the shop by what I have accomplished since I started from the back of my house, then you should really prioritize and put aside material things and put right in front of you what you really need for your business to succeed. So for example, it's not a really good example, but these are kind of like the shoes that I wear day in and day out. Unfortunately, they got a little paint on them because we were painting my sister's house last Saturday, and it is what it is. You know, I right now cannot afford to go buy a new pair. You may see that I have a lot of things going on, a lot of work, but you know, in order to have this, you have a lot of bills, and that's just kind of like the investment that I'm doing. So that is kind of like the risk that I'm taking to invest in my business. Most of my equipment is paid for. In about 3 more months, I should have this bad boy paid for, and it's a big sacrifice, but you guys have to understand that making these kind of sacrifices are going to benefit you in the long run. I was with my accountant about 3 days ago, and we went over the numbers. Turns out that last year we grossed $60,000, and we just had the manual. Now, those numbers are not the most excellent numbers anybody has ever heard, but it was my first year in business. I filed taxes for the first time, and I realized a lot of things. So this year we're looking to double or possibly triple what we did last year. And the only reason why is because I made the commitment of purchasing this machine. So purchasing this machine came with a lot of sacrifices. I don't have the luxury of going and buying, you know, a bunch of new clothes or just buying things in general that are materialistic that I don't need because I'm sacrificing for this. So you can take that as an example. And I want you to really go watch the ink buildup so you can see what I'm talking about. This guy makes it happen with things that you would never think in your life that are possible for screen printing. And I give this guy a lot of props. I'm very amazed by his drive to... I'm very impressed by the willpower that he has to keep pushing forward and making this happen. I honestly feel like if I had, you know, a little bit more of how should I say this? I feel like if I had an easier way or more income coming in here, I would try to lend him a hand and push him with giving him stuff just to help him out, because I feel for him. I really do. And I cannot sympathize for a lot of people that are here in the States. He's from Mexico. So a lot of people here in the States that are whining and complaining about their business not really working out because they don't have the equipment. Trust me, there are ways to get the equipment here. There, not so much. So hopefully watching him is gonna inspire you to just look at your equipment one more time and appreciate what you have and make the best out of it. Now, that was kind of long, but I want you guys to kind of understand where I'm at. For the short-term goals that I wanted to talk about and how you prioritize for those, you obviously want to start with like making a certain amount of dollar per week, and then pushing that towards a month, and possibly getting like a small customer, starting out with like clothing brands or local coffee shops, anything of that sort that would be kind of like a short-term goal for you in your company. So it's really important to write these down and go back and see them every single day. That way you remind yourself of where you want to be and where you want to be in the future. So short term and long term. For the short term, if you're just getting started, you know, you might want to go after the smaller orders that you can handle with the equipment that you have. And then obviously as the money starts coming in, you can slowly start to invest in equipment to get production out a little bit faster. Like for example, if you're just starting out with the vinyl cutting, you can start investing, start saving money to get you a screen printing press. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or big like the one we have here. You can start with you know, just like a single head, a single station, just to start off, and then work your way from there. So those are all short-term goals. Once you start getting into the long-term goals, you want to start thinking of how much money you want to gross in a year, what kind of clients you're going to go after. Like right now, I think I have been pretty aggressive going after Payway. We finally delivered the sample to Payway today, this evening, me and Tina. So it's a bit of a challenge. It's very difficult to get to the next level, but you have to push. You know, there's gonna be months and months of you trying and you're not gonna get anything, and you keep going to this company, you keep going to that company, you keep showing them your work, and you feel like nothing is really happening. And then all of a sudden, when you feel like, okay, well, this is obviously not working out for me, all of a sudden you're gonna get a phone call saying like, hey man, you know, we want to work with you, we've been seeing your work for X amount of time, and it's gonna give you that confidence to let you know that you are on the right path and that you are doing the right thing. So starting a business is not simple. People talk about it on Instagram, people talk about it on YouTube here very freely, saying how you can do this and do that and start an e-commerce website or start selling online, doing all this stuff, and they just sell you this idea, but they never explain to you the hard work that goes behind it. If you're not committed 100% to whatever it is that you want to do, then chances are it's not going to happen. So you have to really understand that if you're not 100% committed, you might as well not start it. So if you're gonna go ahead and sacrifice the time with your friends who are not really interested in starting a business with you, if you really wanna sacrifice not wearing the fancy clothes, maybe not driving the fancy car, and invest 3 years of your life, like I have for the past 3 years, and possibly get to something like this, then it will be possible. It will be possible. But if you're not, then, you know, 10 years can pass by and you're still going to be playing with the idea, but it's never going to happen because you're not 100% committed. So I'm going to leave you guys with that food so that you guys can create your thoughts and make sure that you gather the right information in your head to reassure you that what you're doing is really what you want. Because a lot of times you find yourself doing something that you don't like, and 6 months go by and you drop it, and then you want to pick up something else, and that's fine because eventually you're going to run into what you really want to do. But just knowing that you're not doing the right thing, it's frustrating. It could be overwhelming, and it can lead to bad things. So bad business leads to terrible things. It can leave you in debt, and you know, stuff that we don't really want to talk about. We want to keep it positive. So just make sure that you are sure of what you're doing, and that you invest your time and your money wisely, because as we all know, you cannot buy time. So if your day was wasted today doing nothing productive, you can't give God or whoever you believe in $1 million to get these 24 hours back. So just think about that for a second. Make sure that you invest every single minute of your day doing something productive, or spending it with your family, or making sure that you're doing something to set yourself up good for the future.